Do you ever feel like marketing can feel really transactional? Or do you sometimes feel like it doesn't really connect with your business or the way that you want to present your business? That's because traditional marketing focuses very oftentimes on serving the need and not really going deeper into that. However, businesses are created on building relationships with your customer and also creating trust within that relationship. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to the concept of human-centered marketing, where we focus back on the relationships that we are cultivating with our customer, our employees, and our community overall. Hi, happy human. My name is Roran, that is pronounced like Lauren with an R instead of an L, and I help change makers and marketers focus back on the human relationship by implementing a human-centered marketing system so that they can get out of the fluff and needing to deal with the algorithm and focusing back into the impact that they're creating in their communities. If you're tired of constantly having to deal with the ever-changing algorithm, I highly suggest you hit that subscribe button and also sign up for my newsletter so that you can understand how, as the social arena changes, how you can continue amplifying the relationship that you're building with your customer. If you have been watching one of my other videos and happen to land on this video to get a full intro, hello, welcome. If you are watching this video for the first time, hello again. This video is designed to be an overview of what human-centered marketing is before we get into nitty-gritty and very specific tactics implementing human-centered marketing, whether it is actually the strategy for your marketing or implementing a system that lets your marketer thrive. What we'll be covering in this video includes what is human-centered marketing, why do we need to build human-centered connections, how to create a human-centered marketing strategy, how to actually implement it so that your happy human is constantly inspired, and what is the first step that you need to be taking? So what is human-centered marketing? It focuses back on the human relationship that a business or organization is cultivating with their actual end consumer or brand. That is what we're going to be using in terminology today. It is the reason why businesses and organizations exist. And what human-centered marketing does is it focuses back on reflecting what that whole entire relationship looks like, either in digital or any other form of marketing, so that new consumers can actually get a sense of who you are, build trust with you, and then interact with you, and then continue bringing a friend along the way. What human-centered marketing does is it also focuses back on the purpose of why a business is in existence. It's really, honestly, the power behind the brand, because it focuses on, again, that human-centered relationship and the impact that is being created. Because in sales, you want to know someone, like someone, and then buy from them and then talk about them, right? But that's a very linear experience, and that is what the human-centered relationship is going to give you. However, why someone is so excited to go from just a passive consumer to a raving fan that loves you and wants to talk about you and share about you with all their friends is that they feel like they're being part of something larger than themselves, and that you as an organization or a business is part of a larger conversation and benefiting our world overall. So it's the power behind the brand, because it combines the trust that you're building through this relationship and then creating loyalty by actually connecting with your consumers on a deeper movement that gets them so excited that they come back again and bring a friend. It's the reason why your consumer is so loyal to you and becomes that huge fan of your brand, because they feel like they're a part of something larger. It doesn't mean that you are being a social commerce in the technicality. It just means that each organization and business is operating because they're solving a need in our community overall beyond just making more money. And consumers, they want to be working and supporting with brands that are more than the transactional materialistic goals. So why do we need human connections? Now, marketing and digital marketing, it's larger than a megaphone. It's actually about connecting one human being to another human being. Social media and the digital world is a direct reflection of our society and what we focus on. And as human beings, we connect as social creatures. People connect with other people. People want to work with other people. It's not about choosing a business that you're working with. You're choosing to work with the people within the business who is making an impact in the community that you stand and align to. So when you humanize the way you act, walk, and talk as a brand, you'll naturally draw your ideal customer to you because, again, it's that human to human connection point. So how do you create a human-centered strategy? It focuses back on that one-to-one relationship that you're cultivating with your customers. And that includes building a creative reflection of that one-to-one relationship through the content that you're cultivating for your grid, your reels, all of that in between. Also, every single content piece is designed to inspire conversation and engage with your consumer. So how does human-centered marketing as a strategy work? It starts with building that intentional relationship in step one, and it's about figuring out who your ideal happy human that you're talking to, and then how you as a happy human is showing up in cultivating that relationship. And there it's the what type of conversations do I want to cultivate from? And that creates the creative reflection of content that you're cultivating online that inspires that conversation. And then it's more than just tossing content out there, guys. It's about engaging conversation with them, whether it's in comments or it's in a community thread or it's via lives, variety of different ways to engage them, but it's about engaging conversation that lets them remember and feel and interact with you at a deeper level. It's, again, taking the magic of when someone walks through your retail store, they're not just walking through and looking at the beautiful ad display for your product. It's them actually interacting with a customer sales rep who talks to them, personalizes that conversation with them, get to know them, build trust, and then they leave with that product. But it's that feeling of building trust that your consumer remembers from the total sales experience to actually using the final product as well. And then it's all about, from a marketing lens perspective, is analyzing your data. The power of digital marketing today is that it actually finally gives us numbers behind the intangible power of word of mouth. We're able to see how many people we can reach. We're able to see what our impact looks like in our communities through share of voice. And so it's using that data beyond vanity metrics to find how you're continuously involving and helping your community. But remember, during all of this, if you heard me emphasize again and again, is that it's about enhancing the customer experience, right? As Maya Angelou says, people do not remember the specific details of their interaction with you, but they will always remember how you made them feel. So whether that's in how you present your products, how you interact with them in comments, how you show up when there are tough conversations, how you treat your employees, all of that leaves an impression on another human being, and again, leaves that feeling of, can I trust you or not at the end of the day. So everything that you're building in your human-centered marketing strategy is, again, asking, how do I want my end consumer and my employee to feel through their experience with interacting with me? So how do you create a human-centered marketing system? I've talked to you through the phases of launch, which is like the strategical, tactical way to launch and implement human-centered marketing. But a system is more than the tactical steps. It is about creating and cultivating your systems of processes, boundaries, how you create content, expectations of creating content, how you interact in collective thinking with your team. All of those variables that I just explained as an example, those all go into your system and feeds into, if I do this tactical step of doing X, is it doing X to reach a number or doing X so that we can hit a larger goal, right? Like, think about OKRs 101. If I do a sales call of 10 people, am I aiming to just call 10 people and then the quality of that call is really bad? Or am I actually trying to I may not get 10 calls, but I got 5 calls and I actually closed on all 5 calls and had really great conversations, right? It's all about quality over quantity in these conversations. And so these tactical steps, it's more than the quantifiable I've checked off the box as I've gone through my marketing strategy. It's about how am I continuously checking off the box and matching the quality standards that I'm aiming to cultivate as well. And when you do that, you're creating a system that is continuously creating space for your creatives to continue thriving. Because at the end of the day, human beings are not machines, meaning we're not made the same way. We're not also only able to check off the quantifiable numbers. That's not how it works, right? Human beings are more like plants, and we are all different in our own way, and we all have a special zone of genius as well. So it's about designing a system that allows you to continuously create a space where your team can thrive and tap into their unique zones of genius. So when we're referring to optimizing your marketing system and making it sustainable, it's not about let me optimize a specific metrics by like just trying to make it happen by force. It's about looking at what are the roadblocks that's actually happening that's keeping an individual from tapping into their unlimited potential, and how can we take that roadblock away, reduce the learning curve so that we can continue having a new space where we can adapt to changes while allowing our individuals to continue growing. When you create a sustainable system, you'll be able to continuously adjust with the algorithm, grow as your company needs to meet new demand while sustaining the team that you have and growing your team. Because just like it takes to grow your consumer side, it also equally takes to grow your employee side. If you need a deeper dive to really explore what that intentional relationship looks like with your end consumer, I highly suggest you sign up for my newsletter down below, and it will actually give you access to my Define Your Voice workbook, where we deep dive into building that intentional relationship with your customer. And as always, thank you so much. I hope you have a really great day. And remember, influence happens one drop at a time. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.